Hi everyone, we are here outside the Newcastle family court today where yet more children have been unlawfully stolen from a loving family. This is an absolute barbaric and evil crime against families and our children. The trauma suffered by these children is immense and lifelong. Imagine how you would feel living peacefully in your home and social workers come in for absolutely no lawful reason and steal your precious children, backed up by the secret family courts and the police, who are not being held accountable for these diabolical crimes. They will threaten you with fines and prison if you tell anyone about their unlawful acts. This is bullying and intimidation, blackmail, manipulation, coercion, and a direct breach of the Human Rights Act and violation of international laws. Why is no one holding these draconian social workers and family courts accountable? Who is monitoring and regulating these places, these corporations where these heinous crimes are being committed against children and families? They tell you they are looking out for the children's best interests and welfare, but this is a proven blatant lie, as I am a living testimony, and others too. How can you steal children from loving, happy homes where children have been brought up all their life and are healthy, thriving and happy? This is the most evil act to carry out, and the lifelong repercussions to that child is unimaginable. Creating the most horrific trauma to that child forever, wondering why they've been snatched from their loving family home where they were happy and safe. There is a God and creator of all who sees all, and I'm telling you that all those participating and enabling these evil, unlawful crimes shall be held fully accountable. You cannot hide from God, whether you believe or not. He will avenge his children, he promises, and he will severely punish those involved in these evil, vile crimes of stealing children from families. Children are a gift from God, and no man has the right to steal a child away from their loving mother or father. If you are involved in enabling these unlawful crimes against families and children, I urge you to come away and remove yourself from this practice before you are held fully accountable. We are here to speak the truth and make the public aware of what is going on. I've heard some say they don't take children for nothing. Well, I'm here to tell you they absolutely do. And this needs to stop. We demand a public inquiry. We demand all those involved in these sick crimes to be held fully accountable for what they've done and what they're continuing to do. You cannot begin to imagine the heart-wrenching pain, the tearing apart of your insides, the dull aching, the ripping of your heart, the tears that won't stop falling, the pain that's so deep there are no words strong enough to describe. It's like a nightmare you can't wake up from. We need to stop this before it's your children that are next. I urge all those to come forward who are going through this, come and stand together and refuse to be silenced. God has commanded us to expose all evil, to protect the weak and the vulnerable, to defend the persecuted and the vindicated, to protect the children from evil. We are not given the spirit of fear. We are not to be cowards, but to stand firm in the truth. We will not stop speaking up about these evil atrocities. We demand that our children are returned. We will not be silenced. Our children are the most precious blessing, and we will not hide in a corner and stay quiet. You cannot steal someone's precious child away from them. This is evil and barbaric and a breach of international laws and a violation of human rights, and a sickening crime against children who are supposed to be protected. If you think this can't happen to you, you are wrong. Social workers will make up lies and invent They will hold it against you if you want to home educate your children, or if you are looking to keep your children healthy the natural way without poisoning their bodies. They will want eyes on your children to control them, to stop them flourishing and being protected by their loving mother and father. Who gives them that right? No one has that right. It is your right to have a private family life and to bring up your family without a corporation breaching your God-given rights. Children are not objects, they are not assets for exploiting and making money from.
It's administration court. They can't issue the orders. It's administration court. They can't issue the court orders unless it's a judicial court.
Okay.
Sorry, okay?
Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do not be scared or frightened to speak up and come forward. If this is happening to you or your family, you are not alone, and justice will be served. If you think it's okay and acceptable to go into a loving family and forcibly steal children from their home where they've been happy, healthy and thriving, then there is something very seriously wrong with you. That can only be classed as evil and a horrendous crime which will not go unpunished. You have to be heartless, cold and evil to go into a loving home and rip children and babies away for no lawful reason. To be responsible for that level of lifelong trauma to a child. How is that protecting a child? By causing irreparable damage to that developing child. It is sick and disgusting, and those poor children will suffer immensely. Being away from their loving caregivers they've been brought up with. And to rip a baby from its mother is a most heinous evil crime, one which will not be tolerated. What has become of this country to allow this? It's happening all over England, Wales and Scotland right now. It is immoral, diabolical and evil. It is not okay. It needs to be stopped immediately. We are the voices of the children, and we will not stop fighting and speaking the truth till we get our precious children back. Stand up for the truth. Thank you everyone for your prayers, your ongoing support and love. It truly does mean a lot. Please pray for all the children, babies and families going through this, that justice will be served speedily. There is an obvious pattern of children being brutally ripped from their loving homes and either placed in foster care, up for adoption, or being put with abusers. All based on lies, false accusations, opinions, assumptions and no factual evidence. The damage to those children is immeasurable. Tell me how this is protecting children. How is this just or fair? How is this allowed and how is this acceptable? It's not, and it needs to stop. We will not stop speaking out until our beautiful children are returned to us where they belong. We stand for truth. We stand for justice. We stand to protect our children. We demand a public inquiry and justice. Our precious children need returning immediately before irretrievable damage is further caused. The trauma and heartbreaking pain caused to all those children stolen unlawfully and to the loving families involved is massive. A pain that fills your whole body, tearing it apart from the inside out. These evil agents carrying out these crimes must be stopped and exposed for all the world to see. And they will be, as God promises, everything done in the dark will be brought into the light for all to see. Thank you again everyone for all your support, love and ongoing prayers.
You've been listening. Oh, I got caught again. Oh, sorry guys. We've got people on there watching. And you've been listening to Claire at
We're
Newcastle.
outside Newcastle Family Court, just to remind everybody that we're here today to talk about more children that have been unlawfully stolen by criminals, and they need to be held accountable, and this needs to be stopped. It's a barbaric, evil practice, and all those that are participating in enabling these crimes will be held fully accountable. Please stand up for the truth, please share the truth, and please spread the truth. Thank you.